But I can tell you, my eyelashes look great. So at least if I die, I got that, I guess.
Oh my God. Today, as you can likely tell from the title, we're gonna be fixing my little eyelashes. Look at them. I've had a lash lift and tint before, and I actually recorded the whole thing and was going to make a video, and I have no idea as to what happened with the footage. And I am very sad about that because I literally was the annoying person and was like,
hey, can I set this camera up at an angle where people can see it and do a whole thing? And they said yes.
And I'm not willing to do that again. I actually personally feel like I have decent lashes, but I am very blonde despite. But when I have a lash tint, it's just like, oh, I can wake up and I look like I'm kind of put together, even though I never brush my hair, as you can clearly see. Like I said, I have gotten these before and I really like them. It is $100 pre-tip, at least at the place that I go to. And it's not something that I'm at a point in my life where I can justify oh, I'm gonna get this done all the time. But if you have an event or something where if you're gonna go on vacation and you wanna be able to just wake up and look cute and all your pictures, you look a little more put together, I think this would be a really good idea. But obviously none of us are doing that right now. So I haven't gotten one since, and I was going to get one. I had an appointment and I canceled it because of the exploding impending doom. And maybe this is stupid. You know what? Take the maybe out of that sentence. This is stupid. Is this unnecessary? Yes. And I know that this is very you know when influencers post pictures of them at a party and they're like, everyone was tested and wearing masks. I know this feels very that, but they actually do a really good job of everything. But I felt good about it, so my moral to the story is I'm getting one. And if you tell me that's dumb, well, what can I say? I made the mistake of being oh, I'm gonna put a little makeup on. I was I'll put some face powder on, I'll put some highlight and some cheeks. And I did that and then was oh, because I'm already putting makeup on at this point. I was I just bought this new palette, I should go and use it, which is what I did. And then halfway through, there was already eyeshadow on my eye. I was hold on. This is all gonna get messed up. So I'm bringing you here to show you my lashes beforehand, which hopefully you can see, if I look at the side, that's what I mean. I feel like this is a pretty good, I don't know, if you have a ton of lashes, congratulations. But I feel like I have a decent amount of length. It's just that they're not curled. They're very straight out. They're very, again, it's a light browny, kind of blondie color. So when I'm looking at you straight on, it's just nothing really is happening here. It's not bad, but it's not great. So I think I'm actually gonna go remove all my eyeshadow now that I put on my eyes. I just wanted to try the palette. I just completely forgot. You know when you're just putting makeup on? Oh, I'm just gonna put some lipstick on, but then you see your brow brush and then you're oh, I'll put some brows on, and then suddenly you're just a drag queen. That's me pretty much every day, folks. Okay, do not mind my bathroom. I have not unpacked from the weekend, but I realized not only do I need to remove my eye makeup, I also need to take out my contacts. So if you're gonna get one of these, this is information that's good to know, because I forgot until I Googled if I could wear eyeshadow and was no, you dummy.
Whew, y'all, I'm so cold, and I'm not turning the heat on just so I can talk to you. I guess I could take this off. It was kind of keeping me warm, honestly. That didn't help. I just got done with my little lash appointment. I would try to show you, but my phone is not going to show a thing and not do any justice. So, oh my God, I am shivering. It's so cold. I know I'm saying these things to kind of soothe myself. Once more, I was the only person there with her. They have a giant air filter going, she was telling me. Everybody was masked and shielded up, so hopefully I'm not doing something I will regret. But I can tell you, my eyelashes look great. So at least if I die, I got that, I guess.
Oh my god, who's that girl? Look at them lashes. Okay, so this is what they look like when they're done. So a big part of the reason why I like getting a lash tint and lift is because the maintenance is pretty much non-existent. The only thing that they really tell you to do is they'll give you one of these spoolies, and what they'll have you do is kind of just run this wand through them sometimes, which really the only time that I'll do this is if like I just woken up. Sometimes they will kind of stick together just a little bit. Like even over here, you can kind of tell they kind of become friends, but just running that through them will usually break things up. But this is them with no mascara on. So I do have like a full face of makeup on, obviously, but for me, this is typically what I look like when I have mascara on. So I am pleased. I enjoy them. So the process of getting them done is pretty simple. When I go in, the appointment like start to finish is an hour long. And what they do is they'll put a product, like kind of a little barrier here is what it feels like anyway. And then they will take rods, and depending on the rod size, like the last time I went in, I just had a regular rod. This time when I came in, the girl was like, I have extreme rods. And I was like, yes, sign me up for those. And really the only difference, according to her, is that these are just a little bit tighter. And so the tighter the rod is and the smaller it is, the more your eyelashes are basically just going to stick straight up, because what they do is they will attach the rod, like with your eyes closed, they will attach the rod, and then with like individually will attach each of your eyelashes to the rod, and then they will let them sit there, they will remove them, and then they'll dye them. So overall, the process is not painful by any means. You just do have to have your eyes closed for, I'd say, a good like 30-40 minutes. Every time I've done it, there is a point where like my eyes are kind of mildly itchy almost. It's not like, oh, I need to scratch at these. It's just, I don't know, there's product on your eyelashes. And so it's not like it's getting into your eye or anything like that. You just have them closed, but it's just, there is a little like almost a tingly sensation. But other than that, it's a really simple process. And like I said, they don't require really any upkeep. So I know that this is not nearly as dramatic as like eyelash extensions, but to me, that's kind of why I like them. Because that means that right now, this is normally what I would look like if I had a bunch of mascara on. I think this actually looks better than if I had a bunch of mascara on. My mascara application is not very good. And then when I don't have any makeup on, it's just like a little something, especially because since they are tinting them on like the paleness that is my skin, and they are so much more up and in front of your face, it just like helps me look like a little bit nicer. Like I'm a little more awake, like I'm a human being. But I don't think anyone would really, like when I've had these before, I've had people be like, are those your natural lashes? Like you can tell it's like something is not natural about this, or you were just so blessed. But it's not like, oh yeah, you can tell from like half a mile away, like you have eyelash extensions. And no shade if you like an eyelash extension. I actually have considered them. It's just the labor and the work that goes into eyelash extensions, also the financial difference, because if you are going to get eyelash extensions, and obviously the pricing depends on where you live, all kinds of factors, you have to get them, but then you have to keep them up. Whereas with this, again, there's no upkeep. It's just basically they'll fade and they will straighten over like 6 weeks, I would say these usually last. I would say you get a good month in, but after the month is kind of when they kind of start to decline, but that's what I mean. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to like mess with your eyes or anything. You can take your makeup off as usual. So for me, it's just a really hassle-free way to look a little bit fancier, and it's not as costly. And especially now that like I have gotten my skin to a place where I'm pretty happy with it, just having my eyelashes done, I'm like, okay, I'm good to go. There is some satisfaction in just having my eyelashes done and then not doing any other makeup, because I'm like, again, I just look like a person with my little mask cover and everything. We're G to G, friends. Yeah, I think that is everything for this video. I hope this was actually helpful or exciting or interesting, or I don't know, descriptive word here. So anyway, we'll be back tomorrow with regular vlogs, but I hope that you enjoyed this video. Go have some coffee. Unless you don't like coffee, then have some tea. But personally, mine is sitting over here next to this big box of recyclables, and I'm gonna enjoy it. The coffee, not the recyclable. Maybe turn your Christmas tree on. Yeah, I don't care if you watch this in June, and have a nice day. Bye, thank you for watching.